Hello, thanks for dropping in. As you can see, today we have an SX-64. It does not have a keyboard. That is disturbing. But I'm told this machine works. Just doesn't have a keyboard. So it's a good starting point. It's funny, this, of course, for those not familiar, this is a Commodore 64 with a tiny monitor and a disk drive built in. The one thing it does not have is a cassette port. It's one of the first machines they didn't put a cassette port on, but I guess they figured if you've got the disk drive, why do you need it? But of course, some people, of course, thought, why? I need my cassette port. Anyway, without further ado, and I'm hooked up to this monitor, and this monitor should come on. It is plugged in, it is connected. Let's see what happens. And we will, of course, pray for no smoke. Well, that's interesting. Oh, there it comes. I guess this monitor has not been on for a while. It took a little while to warm up. But it does indeed say SX-64 Basic version 2.0. 64K RAM system, 38,911 basic, byte free. Isn't it cool? Now, I wish I had a game thing handy, but I do not. One thing about this monitor, it has lots of controls here. It looks a little wonky. Not wonky, it looks just like it's cranked up. Like maybe a little too bright. And certainly it's a little off position. I'm not sure where the adjustments for that are. Probably on the inside. But so far it does seem to operate as advertised, and it works. First, I will have to find a keyboard to give it a try, and a keyboard cable to really check it out. This really was pretty awesome way back in the day. There is rumor that they made, this is called an SX-64, that they did have a few DX-64s that had, instead of a place to put discs, they had two drives. And there is a genius in our midst. He's involved in T-Pug, and he lives not too far from me, named Steve Gray, and apparently he has created or recreated or re-engineered. I think now he's done two DX-64s, and I always was hoping that if they had actually done it, that it would be like a dual drive, where it's device 8, drive 0, and device 8, drive 1, so you could just do a backup. But apparently in the DX that was not so, I hear. And certainly in the recreations it is not so. And it would be a device 8, 0, and device 9, 0, so you still need some assistance, I guess, in copying, although perhaps I really haven't used a lot of the old commands. So maybe I had a box around here with something I wanted to look at. Anyway, maybe you could copy from using just the regular sort of open commands from one to another. But anyway, it would look cool. It was handy. You could keep certainly 10 or more discs in here. And if you were on the go to, say, go play Mule with your friends, that was just dandy. It has, of course, everything except the cassette port. So cartridges go in here. In the back there's a user port and, of course, a couple of joystick ports. It's heavy. It is, and I suppose because it has all these lines here and there that they put the same lines on the handle. Well, I remember traveling with one of these, and I would always wear a glove. Usually it was like a leather work glove. And people would say, why do you do that? I said, well, these grooves have a way of digging into the hand after not very long. So yeah, I think the monitor needs a bit of a tweak in terms of There's more border at the top. Let me just, of course it's coming up just dandy over there. I wonder if I unplug this, if it makes any difference. It will not, I'm sure. No, not really. So the monitor, if I was a monitor guy, which I am not, I'm deathly afraid of monitors, it looks like there's more border in the top than the bottom, and maybe it also needs something in the back, just a little tweak. There's a way to sort of straighten it. And I don't think there are any outward controls for the monitor. No, everything would be inside. By the way, of course, what sticker do I find on this friendly old machine but one of ComSpec. ComSpec did an awful lot of work for Commodore in warranty repairs and school board things and all kinds of things. So it's not unexpected now. So this may have been sold through ComSpec, or maybe just serviced. I don't know. But what I really need to do is find a keyboard. And then I can better test. Or I could find a cartridge. See, I have these cartridges here. The final cartridge. Just a second. I will put this back in. I will turn this off. I don't know exactly what the final cartridge did or does. Ooh. But whatever it is, it does seem to, oh, it looks like it would need me to use a joystick or a mouse. My word. Desktop 1.0. What happens when I do that? Nothing. What happens when I do that? It resets. Okay, so the cartridge port seems to work. It does. Oh. But what does this do? I don't know. I'll have to find out. Oh, when you press the button, it freezes. I wonder. Super explode. Press return after power. One thing I find is cartridges I find are easier to get into the SX-64 than the regular one. Let's see if this does anything. It comes up. What if I push that? It resets. I think I'll reset this. Flip the switch. See what that does. Not much. Oh, that's interesting. I'll turn it off. I'll turn it on. Well, it's on. I suppose now I'm supposed to hit return, which I can't do. Because I don't have a keyboard. So I'll turn it off. And up she comes. Once again, of course, never remove a cartridge with the power on. What was this last cartridge I had here? Ooh, turbo, load, and save. Well, because we're here, and we can, I don't know if this actually comes up with anything different. No, not really. But it probably just does, supposedly, make loading and saving faster. Anyway, enough. This, of course, will be an ongoing project. Ooh, we should document. Which, of course, is not hard to figure out. SX-64. No keyboard. Works. October 2021. Some may say, where do you put the date? Well, you know, sometimes I find these sheets and I realize it's been a good number of years since I looked at something, which of course is not supposed to be the way it is. But sometimes it is the way it is. Alright, cartridges. So there it is. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate. Like, subscribe, whatever. By the way, people say, oh, yeah, I got some of my, where did I put something? I put some notice that I did something on something, and it said, oh, we can't do that because you're just promoting yourself. So, well, you know what? I do not have enough time or subscribers to make even one dime off of any of these videos. So I don't know how I'm promoting myself. I'm just trying to spread the word and show people, you can tinker on these things with not much fear, except of course if it comes to monitors. And people can see, what I'm up to. And I do answer lots of questions. Some of them come in a public format, some of them not so. Some of them are questions about all kinds of things, Like, it's funny, I've never had trouble with the old power supplies, but a lot of people have. So, I encourage people to get a new modern power supply. I haven't done it yet, but I probably will. I get all kinds of questions. I do my best to answer. And really, if I don't know, I have no trouble saying, I don't know. How about that? Alright, one SX-64. I will dig out a keyboard from somewhere. I do believe there was also a way. I've seen replacement keyboard cables because the original cable often gets broken. It had a funny turn to it to get in, and it's usually the cable works, but the some of the plastic around the connector gets broken. But also, I do believe there's a way with an adapter or some sort of thing to use a regular 64 keyboard on one of these. I will have to look into that at some point. I shall, but not today. So, thanks for coming. Welcome to another member of the family. Yes, the ever-growing family. But, indeed, I'm going to get rid of some things. So stay tuned. And if there's anything you're looking for, I might have it. I might sell it. I don't know. We'll see. Enough for now. Thanks for coming.